Hello Team AIM, so it's time for a Sunday video. I've got two things that I want to go over. One is a new training series that we'll be doing, and I'm going to give you all the information about that. And then the other one is just another video about conference. I'm going to try to touch on conference here and there a lot because we have new girls joining the team at different times. We have girls that maybe missed one video and then catching this video. But I always want to talk about conference a little bit here and there because it's such a great thing, and I want to make sure you're way ahead. So if you're like me and you need to budget and you need to save for it, then it's the perfect time to start doing that now. And then kind of just get info if you've never been, if you're not decided if you're going yet. So I love to talk about conference because I think it's such an important thing that you do for your business is go. And it's such, the girls that's been, we all know how amazing it is. So I would love for girls that's been to conference to comment in the comments about it, like what they loved most about it, things like that. And then if you have any questions about either topic that I go over, please comment them below, and then I will always go back and reply to your questions that you have and answer them the best I can. Okay, so first we're going to talk about a new training series that's coming up with Team AIM. It's very exciting. I've had lots of girls like come to me personally, and I'm working with them one-on-one. And they all have one thing in common. They want to grow in their business. They want to get more bookings. They want to make more money. And it's just, I love to see that. And when y'all are asking me for something, I love to get it. I'm not always able to fulfill everybody's wish because I've always said if I can't do it for the whole team, then I'm not going to do it for one girl because it's just not fair. So there's things that like pull me in different directions that I'm not able to do because I can't do one-on-one for the whole team. But there are things that I can do for the whole team to help everybody grow and things that I can offer. And so I'm really excited about this. I'm completely honest, I've never done anything like this, so I'm really excited. But what we're going to do is every other month, we're going to have what's called Dream Big, Aim High training. And the reason why I picked that kind of title for it, I felt like it needed a title because that's the motto for Team AIM. So if you have just been on Team AIM for a short bit and you don't know much about it, we called this team Jamie's Jewels. That's what it was called. And that's kind of what I started out with. To be honest, I had no clue what to call my team when I became a director, and I kind of just piggybacked off Kirsten because she has her Tracy's Treasures, and so I just kind of piggybacked and went with Jamie's Jewels. I picked it because it was just easy, and that's what I went with, but it never really had a meaning behind it, and so while it was great and we had fun with it and everything, I had like an epiphany one time, and I wanted to change our team name, and I wanted it to be something that meant something, and so I went with Team AIM because I am a firm believer if you're not aiming at what you want to do, you will never get there. So if you're kind of just doing this business and really don't have a direction that you want to head, then you're never going to know if you're hitting your goal or if you're not hitting your goal or the potential that you could have with yourself. But not just with business, I feel like with anything. Like let's say you're trying to get healthier. If you're like, oh, I'm just trying to get healthy, that's never really going to work to get results that you really want. But if you have a set plan, if you are aiming for a certain goal, then that's going to help you get to your goal quicker and you can know to adjust whether you need to hit it or not. So I have tons of quotes that I use for Team AIM a lot, but it's always been dream big, aim high. So I just thought that that's what we would call the training. So again, this is the first time I've ever done it. If you're like a seasoned consultant, Kirsten kind of does something called Success in 6, and that's 6 weeks of email training, and which is great, but it's 6 weeks. Once a week you get an email and it's about stuff, and I've always thought, man, I wish I could just learn all that faster. And so this is what it's going to kind of be about. So what we're going to do is it's going to be every other month, so I'll take 1 month off, but this is great because anytime new consultants come on, they can jump in the next month if they're maybe in the off month. So we'll do this for March, and then we'll skip April. And then anybody that joins in April can catch their training in May. That way I'm not offering it every month because I feel like it will get really old, and honestly just to give me a break. So we're going to offer this every other month, and we're going to do the first 2 weeks of the month. That's what I'm always going to kind of hope for and shoot for. And we're going to do 4 video trainings. And so I'm going to go over everything that you need to do to get your business off to a great start. So if you're a new consultant, this is going to be perfect because I'm going to kind of go over the basic stuff. Because one thing that I've learned in my business, if I get back to the basics, that's when I'm getting the most out of my business. It is so easy to get caught up in all the extra stuff and all the pretty pictures and the wanting to be like her because she's doing all this crazy stuff. But one thing I've always learned is if you're doing the basics of the business, you will always have a consistent business. And so I felt myself getting away from that, and then I got tired of it and I just stopped. And the reason that I got my business back to where it is now is because I went back to the basics. Like, it's going to be, I think it's going to be great. It's going to give us time, and it's not going to be a training like this. So we're going to use something called Zoom. If you're not familiar with Zoom, it's kind of like a video chat to where you can actually talk back to me. I can see you, I can hear you, all of that good stuff. While I'm doing the training, we'll mute everybody. That way, if you've got kids running around in the background, because let's face it, it's live, that happens. But we'll mute everybody. But then anytime you need to ask a question, you can unmute yourself. And so we're going to have 4 different topics for the 4 trainings. If something happens and you can't be on the training, I will record it, but I will not post it like in Team AIM. So what's going to happen is when it's time for Dream Big, Aim High training, I might should have shortened that. We'll see. I can do whatever I want with it, right? I can do whatever. So the Dream Big, Aim High training, when it's time for that, you'll actually sign up for it, and you don't have to like fill anything out. You're just going to message me and be like, hey, I want to do the training. And so I'll have my list of girls, and what basically turns out for 2 weeks, we're going to be BFFs. So that's how we're going to spend time together. You'll have homework after every training. Do not freak out. It's not going to be like I have you do anything crazy. It's going to be super simple stuff, but it's going to be stuff that like whatever we go over, you kind of implement, and it's not going to be anything that takes longer than 15-20 minutes, I promise. But what it's going to turn out to be, if you're wanting more time with me, if you're wanting to learn more from me, this is the perfect time. If you're wanting more one-on-one time with me, this is the time. So it's going to be small groups. So I'm going to have a set number of girls that I let in. That way I don't feel like it's too big. That way we all can have the time to talk and share ideas and things like that. And then, like I said, it'll be every other month. So you can do it every other month if you want to, as long as it doesn't get too big. You can anytime somebody signs up under you, you can direct them to go to that training. I'm excited about it. And the reason why I'm doing 4 videos in 2 weeks is because this is something that I want you to be able to take it and put it into your business right away. So I know sometimes if it's a 6 weeks training or if it's a month training, a lot of times, and I do the same thing, I'll wait until I get all the information and then I'll get started in my business. Well, if it's a month-long training or if it's a 6-week training and you wait till the end of the training to start putting in the work, then that means that's going to be 6 weeks or a month before you start making money. And I don't want that, because if you know me, I want you girls making as much money as possible, as quickly as possible. So that's why we're cramming it. I was kind of talking to Craig and I was like, do you think that's too much to do 4 trainings in 2 weeks? He said, I'm sure. He said, he said, that's like watching 2 YouTube videos a week. He was like, I do that all the time. He was like, I'm sure they can, do that. And he was like, and if they're serious about their business, they will. And it got me thinking, if it's something that you're really wanting to do, if it's something you're really wanting to grow into your business, then you'll make the time. Now, like I said, you do not have to be on live. Once it's over, I will send recordings to the girls that couldn't be on. Again, you sign up for it. So I will have my little list of the girls that's doing that training. And then, but I really want you to be on live. So if it turns out to be a lot of times where nobody's coming on live, then I won't be able to do them. So I really want to match effort for effort. If I'm going to put in all the effort, then I need y'all to come and help me and be on there with me, because it gets really boring just talking to yourself. It's a lot better whenever you can bounce ideas off each other, when you can talk to people, when you can answer people one-on-one. So if you've never done Zoom before, it's super easy. It's just like you're FaceTiming someone. So you'll just download the app. I'll send you the link. When it's time for the training, you'll click it. You'll get on. You can use a computer or a phone. It doesn't matter. You can click if you don't want your face to show, or if you do want your face to show. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I would much rather your face to show. I will promise y'all there will not be like makeup and cute clothes and things like that. I will be in my pajamas, and I will not have any makeup on when I do these videos. So beware. But we're real. Like, that's all it is. We're just real ladies trying to grow our business. I'm going to try to keep the trainings to 30 minutes because I just feel like we can get it all in 30 minutes, and then we can go over it the next time. So if we have to change that a little bit, we will. Like I said, this is something brand new for me, so I'm super excited about it just because I'm so excited that we have so many ladies on this team that is wanting to learn more and grow more in their business. Even if you're not wanting to like make a ton of money, but maybe you just want to do an extra party every 3 months, or maybe you just don't want to be at risk all the time, so you would love to do one party every 3 months, but you have no clue how to do that. That's what I'm wanting to help with. So this training is not for girls that just want to like explode in their business. This training is for anybody that just wants some fresh ideas or how to work things, or if you just have questions, because at the end of the training we will open it up for Q&A. And that is where you can ask me anything. It does not have to be just about the training. You can ask me anything that you want, and we'll kind of go over it and talk about it and things like that. And if the time runs over, then I can always, once I jump off, can send you a voice message to finish up your answer. So this is just the perfect time that you can kind of have one-on-one with me, bounce ideas off with me, get new ideas, learn from your other sisters and things like that. So I'm super excited about it. And like I said, if you can't be on live, whoever signs up for it, the ones that wasn't on live and the ones that are on live, because I love to rewatch trainings, so anytime that I take a training, I always save it because I would love to go back and watch it to take notes again or things like that. So once the training is over, I will send the link to everybody in an email that signed up for the training, and that way you can watch it. So it will be at night after my kiddos go to bed, so hopefully, you know, that's for y'all. But if you work at night and that's not good for you, then I can always send you the link and you can watch it during the day before you go to sleep or anything like that. So I'm super excited about it. I hope y'all are excited about it. If you have certain things that you would love to hear me go over, let me know. And the great thing about it is the training will probably never be the same. So I love to once one thing's over, I love to critique it. So what we do in March will probably not be the same thing that we do in May, or it might be, I might make it better. So every time I do this, I'm always working on how can I do it better. So I'm really excited about this, and I hope y'all are too. So all you have to do, if you want to do this first March training, just send me a message and say, hey, I would love to be one of the girls in the Dream Big Aim High training series for March, and then I will get you wrote down. I'm finishing all the things up tonight, and then I will be posting the dates tonight too. So you'll have to let me know if you want in on the training, and then once I get all those girls in on the list for the training, then I will send out the email or the Facebook message, however we do it, of the dates and the times for the Zoom calls. I think that's all the questions. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. But basically, you have to let me know. So it's going to be a select small group within Team AIM. We're going to be working with each other. And so basically for all of March, we're going to be BFFs. So we're going to be bouncing ideas off each other and learning from each other. And I'm just super excited. It's going to be a great, great experience. I'm going to tell you different ways that you can book parties, different ways to grow in your Facebook group, different ways to get more emails, different ways to have fundraisers and do vendor events and things like that. So I'm super excited. I don't know how I'm going to squeeze it into 4 trainings, but I am, because I'm a very big person that I want it to be, short and sweet and to the point. You get your info and you get to work. So that's what's going to be the goal for this whole training series. And I want it to be done in 2 weeks so that you can make money in March. You don't have to wait till April to start making money if you wait till after the training's over. So that is the new training series that's coming. The next thing we're going to talk about is conference. So I'm so excited about conference. It is coming fast. If you get on to 31today.com, you're going to see the new conference countdown thing. You can actually click on that and it takes you to the new website. You're going to see me look at my computer a lot so I don't mess up days and things like that. So you're going to click on that conference banner that's at the top, and it's going to take you to the new website for conference. So they've never done this before, so I love that. My favorite thing is the theme of it is Dream Big, Shine Bright, and our Team AIM motto is Dream Big, Aim High. So how awesome is that? So you can just scroll down and they'll have all about the speakers that's coming, everything about registration. It gives you a schedule so you can be ready to go and know exactly what time you need to come in and all that great stuff. It's going to share pictures and all that fun stuff. So it's just the best. So Some things with conference that you want to know is registration is coming up in April, at the beginning of April. So for March, we're going to talk a lot about conference because I want you to be ready to sign up and register in April at the beginning. So March, you need to spend this time saving up for conference and getting ready to register for conference. And you really need to be deciding if you're going to go. You can sign up after April, but the thing is, conference has sold out before, so they only have so many seats, and it has sold out before. And then another problem is getting hotel rooms. So that's why you need to spend March deciding if you're going to go, and then also deciding who else is going so you can room with them, so you can find out if I'm getting the hotel room or if my roommate's getting the hotel room, how many we're going to have in a room. So you really need to figure out all of that stuff this month in March. So figure out if you're going, start saving, and figure out who you're going to go with. Now, registration is $99. I promise you'll get more than that in products because they love to give us amenities, and they're always amazing amenities. Last year when we walked in, we got the brand new Cindy tote with our personalized letter on there. So I walked in and got a Cindy tote with a big beautiful J on it. I was like, oh my word, that was almost my registration fee, and that wasn't the first thing that we got. Like, you get a t-shirt, you get a pen, you get a journal. Then we also, like, at the end of conference, you go and you pick up your amenity pack, and it's got all kinds of new products in it. It's just the best. So the $99 that you spend to go to conference, one, it's a tax write-off. Two, you're going to get more in that in product before you leave. So you're for sure getting your money. I tell everybody, do not go to conference just for product, because it's an amazing experience. It's like a big fun girls weekend. So many reasons. The same 3 reasons that people sign up for conference is the same 3 reasons that people sign up to Sell 31. So we get awesome products. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the girl time. We have so much fun. We're all together. We're eating, we're drinking, we're just dancing. It's just the best time. If you don't dance, that's fine. You don't have to. We do team shirts. It's just the best. And then the third thing is training. So if you want to grow your business and if you want to grow your paycheck, conference is the place, because you learn so many ideas. I tell y'all that I have a spiral bound notebook, and this is what I use to take notes in. So any trainings that I listen to, any conference calls that I'm on, I keep my notes in here, and I have them, like, I put down the date, what kind of training it is, and then I write my notes. And then this is what I take to conference. So I have one training book, and then when I get to the end, then I just start another one. But that way I always know anything on my shelf back here that looks like this, I know it's chocked full of training. But conference is like pages and pages and pages, and I still to this day will go back to my conference notes, and I'll get fresh ideas of way to get PV or way to get a booking or something like that. So conference is for sure, if you want to grow your business, that's the time that you're going to get all the training. It's the best. So you don't have to drive up there alone. You don't have to fly up there alone. We carpool. So every year we've always carpooled down there. Depending on the number of girls, depends on the number of cars. Last year I think we took 2 cars. We've taken 3 cars before. It just depends on how many girls come. But we always make sure everybody has a ride down there and a ride home. So we carpool up there, and then we split the gas. I think one year it was like $31. So that was with me splitting it with just one other girl, because I have to come in early as a director. And then conference for hotel rooms, we try to usually do 4 women to a room. Now sometimes it's different. Last year I just wanted me and another girl did a roommate, so we just did one-on-one. That way we didn't have to share a bed. But I mean, this year the budget's a little tight, so I'm completely fine with sharing a bed. It just depends on your budget. So if you want to share a room with just one other person, you can do that. If you want to share a room with 3 other people, and then you split it, I think it was like $135 or something like that. So it was like $135 for your hotel room for 2 or 3 nights, and then $31 for gas, and then money for food and drinks, and then that's it, like when you go. So it's just the best time. So it's really just deciding if you're going to go. So you need that $99, and then I would say like $200 for a hotel room just to be on the site. Actually, it won't be as much as that because it's not as long this year. So you'll come in on Friday and you'll leave on Sunday. So that's even better for your wallet. So never fear about going up there by yourself, because we carpool up there, and we also room together. We are together the entire time, so don't feel like you're going to walk into conference and be an arena full of people by yourself. We stay together as a team the entire time. We eat together. It's just like the biggest girls' slumber party for Team AIM. It's the best. And like I said, we have matching shirts and all that fun stuff. Those are really usually the biggest things, is like, how much does it cost? And if you're a new consultant, it's not $99 for you. So let me find that. If you signed up June 1st of 2018 until now, I believe it's only $49 for you to come. So, I mean, that's like half. That is amazing. I just want to double check to make sure. Of course, it's not going to say it on there. Oh yes, new consultants, $49, 3 days of learning and inspiration, access to Product Expo and store. What that is Product Expo is where you get to see all the new products, and they're all like out. So you can like try them on. You can take pictures. We had the best time. Like all of Team AIM was like running through there last year. We were taking pictures with stuff. We were making our wish list of what we wanted, because it's fun, because we're the first people that get to see the new fall product. There's also a conference store. So this will be stuff that only you can buy at the conference store. Some things run over into business supply, but it's really nice to get that fun stuff like shirts. And I always get the kids a shirt. So they'll have kids shirts, things like that. Free product and amenities, of course, and a new consultant special event. So that's where all the new consultants get together and have a good time. So that's $49. And let's see, I was trying to find, but yeah, if you're a new consultant, and a new consultant is considered anyone that signed up for June. Y'all can see my chips. Oh, I was snacking. I'm hungry. I'm going to get off here and go eat lunch. It's going to be supper before too long. But yeah, June 1st of 2018 up until now. And then if you are a seasoned consultant, then it's $99, which we know because that's what it always is. But I just kind of wanted to go over conference a little bit more. I feel like those are the main things. That's the price. If you want to go ahead and put it in your calendar, senior consultants, April 3rd at 9 a.m. Central. And then all consultants, 11 a.m. on April 3rd. That's when you'll register. So that's when you'll go on. That's when you'll get your hotel. That's when you'll pay for it. You don't have to get a hotel room, so you can just sign up and not worry about your hotel room at all. Or let's say you've already talked to people, you've decided you're going to conference, and you're like, okay, because usually like whoever I'm rooming it with will decide who's going to get the hotel room. And I will say, whoever you decide to get a hotel room with, make sure that they are for sure going. And just in past experience, things happen, people can't go, or people just all of a sudden drop out. You need to have an agreement that if somebody can't go, then they'll still pay their end if y'all are budgeting, because it's a lot for some people. So maybe have that conversation like, hey, I think we should all room together, but what happens if somebody can't come? Are we just gonna, split it? Because you could always try to find someone to replace them, but sometimes you can't. So just always keep that in mind. Maybe have an agreement before you decide who you're going to room with, all of that good stuff. You can bring a guest. So let's say your best friend, like you and her want to make a girls' weekend. You and your best friend can come, and she gets to experience all of conference just like you do. So I guess that's about it. Yes, you can bring somebody. Last year, Brittany, you can bring your baby if you want to. Brittany Richards last year brought her sweet little baby, and she had her sister come as a guest, and Kayleen helped a lot with a sweet little baby girl. And so you can if you need to. I believe there's a cutoff though as far as age when you can bring them. I believe. Don't quote me on that one. But yeah, if you have any other questions, just comment them below. I always want to keep bringing up conference because it is that great. It is that amazing. I think you should go. I think you will love it. I'm super excited. I'm already trying to think of what I want our shirts to look like. I'm already trying to think of who's going to room with me or all that good stuff. So who I'm going to ride with, all that fun stuff. Okay, so if you have any questions about the Dream Big Aim High training that's starting this week, let me know. If you want to be a part of the Dream Big Aim High training, That's a mouthful. I don't know. I probably should have thought of something shorter. But if you want to be a part of the training, go ahead and send me a message so I can get your name on the list. I'm only going to do it for so many ladies. That way I can make sure I give everybody my full attention for this, the entire time the training's coming on, because we will be checking in on Facebook Messenger with each other and all that good stuff. And then if you have any questions about conference that you know come off the top of your head, just comment them below and I will answer them. And I hope y'all have an amazing day. Bye, guys.